Hey, my friends, welcome back to the For Your Success podcast. I'm Katie Hornor, your host, and today we have a very special guest who's going to be talking about the magic of adding video to your course marketing campaign and strategies. And so join with me to welcome Anita Marine to the For Your Success podcast. So excited to have you with us today.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. Truly so excited to share.
Anita, you are a video marketing strategist. So for those of us who are, still kind of afraid to put our face out there on video, tell us what that means in layman's terms.
Where I really shine is helping business owners really understand how to strategically use video in their business in a way that they feel comfortable with. See, in 2022, video is not optional, but we can make it easier. And there are a lot of ways that we can do this super effectively and in a short amount of time. So your time in front of the camera could be as short as 7 seconds.
Wow, 7 seconds. Like, how do you get anything out in 7 seconds?
That's a question I hear often. No matter what type of video content you're creating, what you want to think about is why people watch video. And in fact, your audience is more likely to absorb what it is you're sharing on video than in any other platform. They absorb about 95% of what you say on video versus about 5 to 10% in text. So you don't have to spend all of the time that you do in text kind of pre-framing all of your thoughts so that they can absorb the main point, but rather what they're looking for is true value that you can share. And video allows them to simultaneously not only absorb your value, but also learn to trust you, because the like, know, and trust factor that's built on video is faster than anywhere else. It's the closest that they can get to being with you without sitting with you for a cup of coffee.
And if you can't have coffee, you got to have the second best thing, right? So
Absolutely.
That's awesome. So what are you seeing in terms of the data from people who maybe just used to posting like posts on social media to advertise their course launches, or if they're just used to doing email campaigns? What are you seeing when people add in video? What effect is that having on what you're seeing in terms of results for course launches?
For business owners who maybe were first only posting on social media, static posts on Instagram, what we're seeing is Reels are really taking over, and Instagram has said that they are a video platform. And so my clients who are simply implementing short form video in the form of Reels are 6 to 10 timesing their reach for new accounts to their Instagram. And that's an incredible amount of growth in a very short amount of time. For those who are using video on other platforms like Facebook, we're seeing a higher reach there as well. For people who are putting videos in their emails, we're seeing a higher engagement rate, between 10 and 20% higher engagement rate for people who are doing that. And for those who are incorporating video into their marketing for the course, when they're actually ready to sell and they've already made it and they're just trying to get more views on it, I've had a lot of people who have tried to sell a course and been unsuccessful with traditional methods of simply posting static posts and then having a sales page or having a launch. I've also taken people from the perspective of they were trying to sell a course and maybe they did a webinar that nobody attended, okay? But now we're adding video to the sales page, and that is blowing up people's results. And I have a couple of clients that have really done this really well. I have one client that I worked with last year. She had been trying to sell her program for quite some time and done several launches, worked with some of the best known people name-wise in the industry. And she was afraid to get on video. And what I helped her do was simply craft a 1-minute video that we put on her sales page. That led to her enrolling 12 people into her course, which had a group program attached to it. That was actually her being fully booked, and she ended up with a waiting list. The only difference for her was adding the video to the sales page. And here's what we've learned. People are not willing to scroll your very long sales page anymore. They just want to know, is this going to help me? What transformation is it going to provide? And you can tell them that in a 1-minute video.
I love that, right? Short and painless. And if you have to do multiple takes and cut it and clip it and put it together, like 1 minute is all it takes. None of us have time for those long pages anymore. We don't have time for long videos either. We need to get in, get what we need to make a decision, and get out. And I love that that's having that impact.
It's been honestly incredible. My own business, I started a YouTube channel to really gain awareness, for people to know that I could serve them. And since I was able to do that, people have been able to find me and not only work with me one-on-one for as a client, but also have enrolled into my program because they've learned that I can help them by having consistent video content that already helps them on YouTube for free.
You mentioned something I want to go back to about putting video in your email.
Yeah.
Are we talking about embedding video in the email? Because as somebody who uses email a lot, I'm thinking already about deliverability statistics, right? Or are you saying people are putting links to a video in the email so people will click through and watch?
Most of the time we're using links to have them click through to watch, but I'd let that be the only link in that video so you can really track your click rate, number one. And number two, you want the text with that when you are doing it to be super simple. Now, one of the mistakes I see people make when they do this is please do not title your email, "Hey, I made a video for you," as if that video was only made for that person because you probably recorded it for everybody. Instead, what I would encourage you to say is, "I have one quick thing I want to share with you," or something like that at the title. And in the video, in your text, say, "This is a quick video I wanted to get out to all of you." So they know you're being transparent. This isn't a sales tactic. This is really you just trying to send a quick video. When you do send videos in email, you want them to be really clear with why you were excited to send a video. So please do not send a video that just says, "Hey, just checking in," but really get to the point. Share something valuable with them, and then give them a clear call to action. Where can they go to find more if whatever you said resonated with them? Give one clear call to action.
Love that. And in the promotion, especially when we're walking up to course launches, obviously we want to give them value, but we also want to give them a call to action. And that's really hard to do in a 15-second video. I know like the video shorts on YouTube, they're saying 60 seconds or less. Do you have any tips or any pointers that you've learned to be able to give value, but also give that call to action for when we do have something to sell? I mean, we hear people all the time say, "Follow me for more," right? Mm-hmm. But like, what about when there's something we want them to actually click through to?
For most of my clients, what we're seeing work really, really well is giving some sort of text to comment or an emoji to comment so that people can get more info if they want it. And a lot of times you'll talk about sharing value and relatable content, and we kind of throw these around as buzzwords here in the online space. And so people think, well, let me just create something relatable. I'll talk about business. I'll talk about marketing. Those are related. And the example I like to give is if you were somebody who was selling ice cream, sure, sprinkles are related. But the people who actually want you and want to work with you are the people who know that you understand that ice cream salesperson at night, they have concerns that they're worried about. And can you speak to those concerns and the trouble in their business? That's the type of valuable content you need to create. That's why when we see certain videos in the online space that start off with something really, really small, but it's something that we all do, like to give like a really simple example, as a mom with two little kids, I often feel pulled between the two of them. And there was a video I watched earlier today that said, did you know that there was a study done that children or toddlers interrupt you about 3 times per minute? That was so relatable. I was like, yes, that's me. She had me for whatever she was going to say, because I'm like, absolutely, that's exactly, no wonder I feel like I do some days. So that's the kind of relatableness we need. Rather than talking at people, talk to them. And that's going to really help. But then too, how do we craft that into a call to action, right? You got to hook them in for them to hear the call to action. So once you have them listening, your call to action, you want to invite them to drop some kind of text. So if you know you can get a certain result, like you tell the story about how you were able to double the number of sales of one of your clients' courses, you're going to say, drop 2x in the comments. If you're somebody who you're sharing a win where somebody was able to buy their dream house because of your program, drop the house emoji down below if you want more info. What that's doing is allowing them to cement in the mind the win that you just shared, and that's really effective online.
That's awesome. So asking them to respond in some way, not to go to the sale, not to click a link and go whatever, but just to create an opportunity for conversation or to be able to ask for info. It makes it a lot less pressured, would you say?
And then you, as the poster, the business owner, you have to make sure that you engage with those people that do comment, start a conversation. And I recommend you take it to the direct message so that you can really share, hear about them, what they need, and uniquely share with them.
Love it. Thank you so much. One more question as we kind of wrap this up today. This needs to be a full-time strategy. And I know we've implemented quite a proactive video strategy since the beginning of this year, and we're starting to see results. It's a long-term strategy, right? So this is not something where we recommend like, oh, it's launch week, I need to do 25 videos. If I haven't been already consistently putting video content out there, because it does take time to get that traction and to get people regularly engaging. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. And the best way to kind of start, if you're listening to this and you're thinking, okay, well, maybe I have a launch next week and I didn't have time to do the videos ahead of time. What I would encourage everyone to do to get started is think of the platform that you're already on. They're all prioritizing video, and simply start documenting the journey of what you're doing so people can hear from you. Even if your video just says, hey, today's my first video. I heard that I should be using video in my marketing. Tell me, do you like getting on video? Ask questions, invite them to engage, and you can only get better from there. And you will see as you continue to create video content that people are interested in it. They want to see behind the scenes. They have questions. They have curiosity. And they're going to really start to trust you the more consistently you show up.
And we've been showing up. We're on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, starting to venture into sharing those also to Pinterest and LinkedIn. So if you're listening to this, if you're watching it and you're on any of those platforms, please come follow us. Come follow Anita at FDS Creatives on all of those platforms as well. She's sharing great information and video tips daily, as we are. Hers obviously about video marketing, ours about course creation and course marketing. We would love to have you follow us and engage over there. And Anita also has a video visibility power pack for you. And so if you will go to her website at fdscreatives.com/visibility, you can grab that free download information there to help you get started with a great video strategy for your business, one that will help you in launch time, and one that you can implement on a regular basis to grow overall. So Anita, thank you for that gift. We'll put that link in the show notes for folks as well. And thanks for spending your time with us today.
Oh, it's been such a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
You guys remember, your message matters. Courses will get it out there. Videos will help you get the courses out there. We'll see you soon.